Hello and welcome to Herman Hits the Road. I'm Zoe and this is
Ads. And in this video we're going to take a look at the top 5 failures that we've had in our motorhome. So this video is in collaboration with a few other vanners. Please check out their videos in the description below, or at the end of the video where there is a card that you can click on. So in no particular order, our top 5 are, well, the first one has got to be one that happened in Herman quite a long time ago, I think it was now, and we've learnt from this one, and it is this fridge door. It's got a lock on it. We forgot to put the lock on, and not the first corner we went round, but we went round a bend, and everything fell out of the door flew open, and all the stuff came out.
Was
all
it
the food?
A can of Guinness, wasn't it?
No, it was food, but there was a few bottles of beer that shot out of the fridge, and I think one of them smashed on the floor. So that was one of our first holidays in Little Herman, and for the first few days it smelt like a brewery in here.
So now every time we go to leave, we do all our checks, don't we?
It's in our mental. It's a mental checklist, isn't it?
Make sure everything's closed.
I normally forget, but Zoe tends to remember.
Well, I kind of start at the back, don't I, and press everything in, make sure the roof is closed, and make sure the doors are closed.
Yeah,
we turn the gas off, don't we? So yeah, we're a bit more aware, aren't we now?
Yes. So do you want to tell them about our second one?
What, the reversing into the tree?
Yes.
Now that was, and we've still got the
right. So we were in France. I forget where we exactly were now. We were pitching up in a campsite in France, and it was quite a compact, lots of hedges. You know what they're like in France, quite lots of hedges and little spaces. So we were kind of doing a 3-point turn in this, and it was a day like this, wet.
Similar day, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was raining,
pouring, wasn't it?
Pouring. And so therefore, you didn't want to get out of the
I didn't even
motorhome
think about getting out, because normally 9 times
to guide me back.
I do get out.
Zoe normally gets out to guide me back. We didn't that time, and I didn't realise the tree was there. Not saying that we were going fast, but it just crunch. And at the time, when just like a second before we hit the tree, you said, "Watch out! I think there's a tree there."
Well, it was a tiny, thin tree.
Yeah, it was only about that big.
Yeah, you couldn't see it very easily.
And we didn't have any bikes on the back of the rack, so the rack was folded up. So that took the brunt of it. So the bike rack was all twisted and dented and whatever. So I had to remove it and straighten it out in the rain to put it back on. We've just hit a tree in reverse, ripped off the bike rack. Had to unbolt it. I'm going to have to bend it back into shape before it can go back on.
But luckily we had the bike rack on there, wasn't it? Because otherwise it would have gone into
we would have damaged Herman.
So not so bad.
So the next one would have to be when last year actually, when we went to Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, and we missed the Dublin ferry. So this is the ferry coming back home. We missed it. My fault, really, because
about 10 minutes, wasn't it? 15 minutes.
Yeah, my fault. Oh, it's still in the thing, wasn't it? We missed it because I didn't want to. I had a bee in my bonnet about paying the toll fee, paying the toll charge to go down that stretcher road to get to the docks. I thought we'd drive, just drive the side roads. But that took ages.
Well, also, we got stuck with the traffic lights, didn't we? And
this is it, with the toll, you wouldn't have had that.
Yeah.
So that was my fault entirely. And then, of course, we had to wait, 4 hours?
Well, luckily, there was one at about 9:30, wasn't there, in the evening? And I think we had to wait about 5 hours.
So by the time we by the time we got on and got off the other end,
it's like 1 in the morning.
It was 1 in the morning, yeah. So it was obviously dark, and we were late for our pitch.
Yes.
But so all these things have been lessons to be learned. Yes. I guess you could say.
Number 4.
Number 4. Now this hasn't happened in Herman. It's only happened once before to us, and it wasn't even our fault. We was using a rental. Well, let me tell you what it was. It was the toilet cassette not being seated properly.
Twice, because obviously rusty as well, wasn't it? Wasn't
seated properly. That's damage though. But this one, it was a rental, and they were taking us around, and they were saying, "Oh, this is the cassette," and they took it out, they put it back in, and then shut the door, but
didn't click it.
It didn't click. And at the time, I thought, is that supposed to click? Not being that at the time all about, didn't know about motorhomes and whatever, but is that supposed to click? Didn't think anything of it. Anyway, we ended up going. We were in Edinburgh, yeah, and we camped up on there in the Edinburgh site there, and we opened the door for some reason. Probably I was emptying it.
Wee all over the place,
it was a wee all around the place. It wasn't very nice.
And because it was a rental, it didn't have cloths. It didn't have all.
Didn't
the
have anything like that.
No.
So our neighbour at the campsite got talking to them, and he gave us a foldable bucket and like a chamois, one of those, not leather chamois, but one of those ones that suck up all the water.
Which is probably why
exactly why we now have a foldable bucket and one of those chamois that what soaks up all the water. So lessons to be learnt, I think, out of those our failures there. Again last year and again in Ireland, the shock absorber failure, literally, when we're driving along the road, and all of a sudden we hit a bump, boing, and we're bouncing down the road like this, hitting the other bumps. It was
horrendous, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It was. I was continuing driving, thinking, "Oh yeah, we'll get round our holiday," and within 5 minutes, I was hating what we were just driving.
Well, we'd only just got there, hadn't we? So we had 2 weeks, and I thought, we can't.
That's
cope with
right.
this.
Yeah, we'd had a few days out there, hadn't we? So so we ended up. In fact, this was good luck, though. It was not a failure in the end, because we found somebody who would fix it for us. Quite expensive, I think. But they managed to ship the shock absorber, get it fitted following day, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. We were quite lucky in that regard. So there you go. If we pull it up and let it go. So that is just how rubbish and broken that shock absorber is. Have you got any failures that you want to share with us? What do you think of our failures? Are they kind of minimal?
Does everybody have those kind of
Are
failures?
they really disasters? Are they really failures? Let us know in the comment section below. But before you go, do check out this collaboration list of this playlist of collaboration videos from all the other vanners, and thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, say goodbye, Zoe.
Goodbye
Everybody, and thanks for watching.